Pets Go is the newest and most painful experience from the absolute giga-based quadrillionaires over at Big Games. And I'm being 100% serious when I say that everything I said about Pet Simulator 99 in my last video covering the series can simply be thrown out the window. Because now, over a year after Pet Simulator 99 came out, we finally have a monster that could topple it. Pets Go. Gambling psychology? Turned up to 11. Monetization? Turned up to 11. Manipulative game design? Turned up to 11. Look, I tried to be fair and just when covering Pet Simulator 99. Despite all of its frankly horrible flaws, PS99 at least tries to include some sort of gameplay into its design. But I guess that just wasn't enough for Big Games, as what we ended up with in Pets Go is not only a combination of two of the worst genres in the entirety of Roblox, but a lazy, blatantly manipulative, quote-unquote, game that isn't even trying to hide the fact that the only reason it exists was to generate money. People got mad at me for being too nice to Pet Simulator 99, but fear not, because this game is, and I'm not exaggerating here, the worst, most boring, most idiotic Roblox game I have ever played in my entire life. So let's talk about it. Big Games isn't really known for anything other than Pet Simulator, which is tragic because I think games like My Restaurant and Big Paintball are really fun. I mean, Big Games hasn't ever really tried to innovate any particular genre that they decide to insert themselves into. Big Paintball is about as simple as pick the gun with the highest fire rate, and My Restaurant is just a watered down version of Restaurant Tycoon 2 by Ultra. But like, at the very least, these are actual video games with gameplay mechanics and progression. Now, don't get me wrong, there is definitely some progression in Pet Simulator 99, but it's nowhere near as multifaceted as games like My Restaurant or Big Paintball. One has typical tycoon business builder progression system, and the other has a typical get kills to earn money and buy stuff shop. Pet Simulator 99 really only has the eggs, which are quite literally Fisher-Price slot machines designed to pump out as much dopamine as humanly possible. This was my single biggest problem with Pet Simulator 99. The gambling psychology used in that game is utterly terrifying if you stop to think about it for 0.01 seconds. I mentioned Pavlov's dog in my original Pet Simulator video. You know, the psychology theory about how sounds can trigger a dog to recognize that food is coming, which is then abused by businesses to essentially train end users like dogs with treats. Well, Pet Sim uses Pavlov's dog in a very direct way, by making the coin pickup noises as satisfying as humanly possible. This then snowballs into the player becoming dependent on that sound, which causes them to get addicted, yada yada yada, mommy's credit card, you get the picture. But Pets Go is a completely different story, because as mentioned in the intro of this video, Pets Go is truly an unholy combination of two of the worst genres of games on Roblox: simulators and RNG games. In fact, this game was originally supposed to be called Pet RNG, but the creator of an already existing game called Pet RNG got really mad at Big Games, or something like that. I honestly forget and couldn't care less. Regardless, Pets Go uses the absolute worst parts of both of these genres to create what I like to call the brain rot singularity. RNG games are something that I've already covered on this channel, so if you haven't seen this video, go check it out. But the main reason why I hate this genre of games so much boils down to the fact that RNG games took whatever little gameplay traditional simulators had and just removed it, leaving only the Pavlovian mechanics behind. I mentioned Souls RNG in my previous video as being the epicenter of all of this, but even since then, these games have gotten scummier and scummier. Thank God that Souls RNG didn't win that innovation award. Unlike me, who has already won Most Coolest Gamer award 7 years in a row, please don't fact check me. However, in order to win for a staggering 8th consecutive year, I need you all watching to click that subscribe button. We're only 15,000 subscribers away from reaching that sweet 100K mark, which would finally qualify me for the Roblox Video Star program. So, if you've been enjoying this video so far, please click that subscribe button. It's completely free, and it helps me out more than you could possibly imagine. Now, back to the video. Right off the bat, Pets Go is using scummy practices to get their game out there. Upon joining the game for the first time, you get 6 badges, each one spelling out a different letter of the game's name, which means that literally everyone, including myself, just became a walking billboard for this game by having these badges displayed on their Roblox profile. Diving into whatever small amount of gameplay there's going on here, you have the main feature, that being the roll function. Every RNG game has one, front and center, and that's how you're supposed to progress the game. It's pretty self-explanatory. lottery. You spin the dice for a chance to get a rare pet. Now, Pet Simulator already has this. It's the egg function that acts as a gacha system. But Pets Go only has one roll, unlike Pet Simulator, which has a bajillion different eggs. But it gets so much worse. Once you've spun enough times, you unlock Auto Roll, which does exactly what it sounds like and rolls the dice for you. So you don't even have to be at your computer to play the game. After rolling some more, you save up enough money to buy the Hide Rolls feature so that you can do other things within the game without having the roll GUI in your face 24/7. This game is nothing if not optimized, as it literally encourages you to simply leave the game running while you do something else. You have infinite inventory space, so there's literally no repercussions for rolling as many times as you possibly can. So how does a game like Pets Go have progression? If the game is literally a single slot machine, how does it differentiate itself from the competition? Well, that's the neat part. It doesn't. When I say that this game's only functional progression system is based off of the RNG mechanic, I'm serious. I'm not even counting quests as progression here, as what are they if not just time wasters? Literally every single mechanic in this game is based off of RNG. How can you call that progression? Every quest boils down to get thing, roll pet of X rarity, or break coin blocks. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that this game quite literally turns into Pet Simulator 99 when you reach a certain point? Preston isn't even trying to hide the fact that this game is a lazy cash grab. He even brags about how it only took 2 months of dev time to create. Like, seriously? This is the game that now sits at 200,000 concurrent players? Really? Or does it? You see, I've talked about RNG games before on this channel and why I don't like them. The biggest defense that these games get is that, oh, all of the rolls are free. It's not gambling because it's all free. It's like going to an arcade, but every single game is completely free to play. You aren't really risking losing anything by rolling the dice. That may be the case, but just because this game isn't technically gambling, it still uses gambling psychology to addict players. Traditional casinos use things like bright lights, flashing colors, and loud, satisfying sounds to lure susceptible customers into dumping everything they have into a slot machine. Both Pet Simulator and Pets Go use these tactics to get players addicted to their mechanics. Pet Simulator really likes to show the chances of getting a rare pet, thus enticing players into spending more coins and time to try and win that pet. Pets Go does the same thing by showing the odds of getting a cool pet right above their name. In fact, the text that shows the odds of getting the pet that you're looking at is bigger than the name of the pet that you're looking at. So it is literally the first thing that you see upon taking a glance at somebody else's collection. This naturally creates competition. Does it matter that it's completely luck-based and there is absolutely no skill involved in getting the rarest pets? Nope. Me see rare pet? Me want rare pet. This has been a thing for so long, and basically every single game uses it to some degree, but Pets Go is definitely the most shameless example of this tactic. There's also the X factor of the quest system being entirely based off of luck as well. This can also cause players to become addicted, as wanting to see things completed is baked into the human brain psychology from birth. When you see 4 out of 5 thing complete, you naturally want to see that big green complete text next to it, and your brain won't be able to let it go until that happens. All of these things serve one primary goal: to get you to spin that dice just a few more times, and then a few more times, and then a few more, and then a few more becomes a few hundred more, and you get the picture. Now, take everything I just said and turn it up to about 1 billion, because you have to take into consideration the average age of a Roblox player. 12. Studies show that habits that form in people under the age of 25 are much harder to kick. And if that habit happens to be a gambling addiction, yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, Pets Go, Pet Simulator, and really any other RNG/simulator game is doing this. Not just trying to get players addicted to their game, but trying to get kids addicted to their game. Talk about disgusting. I mean, we've seen this a million times at this point. Why does this continue to happen? You guys realize that Roblox, the company, is getting banned in multiple different countries because of games like this? These games that are just so blatantly trying to addict their players by using these casino strategies? Is this really what Roblox wants? What's even more insane is that when you go into a server for Pets Go, the place is a literal ghost town. Not a single person in there is talking to another player. Heck, they aren't even moving. They just stand there menacingly. And I mean, Could you blame them? The entire map is one island, so it's not like there's anything to do, so they're probably just tabbed out doing something else while they have Roblox running in the background like they're trying to mine Bitcoin. This typically wouldn't be a bad thing, except for the fact that Preston is banking off of premium payouts now more than ever. There are a ton of different ways to monetize your Roblox game. Selling in-game currency, game passes, and donations are some of the more common ones, but the one that has absolutely taken over the front page by storm is premium payouts. My biggest problem with RNG games in general is that you can literally just put them down and walk away. And if you happen to have a Roblox premium membership, guess what? You're giving the developer a lot of money in premium payouts. And in my opinion, no developer of an RNG game is really earning any of those premium payouts. There are definitely some really long Roblox games out there. Doors has like over 200 rooms at this point. You don't think L-Splash is making a bag from all that playtime? Of course they are. But L-Splash actually made a fun game with real gameplay mechanics. I would gladly let L-Splash siphon Robux from my playtime because Doors is a fun video game. RNG games are closer to that crypto mining operation I was mentioning earlier than any sort of interactive experience. The entire concept of what is a video game is completely ignored by RNG experiences. You aren't interacting with anything here. You're clicking auto roll, clicking hide rolls, and dipping out. Zero effort required. It's incredibly unfortunate that Souls RNG was even nominated for an innovation award, because what is it innovating really? All that award did was open the floodgates for every half-decent developer to try their hand at making a Fisher-Price slot machine for toddlers, and Pets Go is the absolute worst example of that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.